Welcome back to my F125 driver crew mode. This is part number 37 today for the Monaco Grand Prix of Season 3 round number 5. If you missed the previous episode at Imola, I recommend you go and check that one out because, spoiler alert, it didn't end well. And that's gone into the press. Apparently Red Bull drivers unhappy with strategy mistakes. Red Bull insiders have leaked, potentially. Both drivers are happy. I apparently walked out because I was unhappy. The team refused to apologise. Mark and the team, they were patting themselves on the back, for goodness sake. Oh, well done, we've given ourselves a 2-second pit stop. Meanwhile, we've gone from third before the pit stop, to 13th. So that is fantastic. Yes. I'm hoping that we can bounce back this weekend. Can I get redemption here at the Monaco Grand Prix? We'll have to wait and see. Now, away from Imola and focusing on trying to make this car a lot better than it actually is, science is focusing on the sachet. I think we should focus on aero, and yes, I think you guessed this. It's the rear downforce upgrade, which it turns out I could have actually purchased in the previous episode had it been at 40 resource points. But if you go back to Imola's episode from Monday, you will notice it's 1,000 and something that we couldn't afford. As well, I didn't have enough resource points, so that is very annoying. The fact that there's a difference between the two, I think they really need to have a look at that. As well, 746 R&D points. Unfortunately, it's not going to come in for either Monaco nor Spain either. So next week's episode at Montreal, hopefully I will have a much better rear end, hopefully less rear tyre wear. That's the hope there. But we are, of course, still in second place, moved a little bit ahead of Ferrari. Some minor upgrade I think has come in, as have McLaren. Mercedes caught back to Aston Martin, but Aston Martin really haven't been that great. Alonso, I don't think has scored any points so far at all, despite the fact they're being the fourth fastest team on the grid. So, yeah, none of the smaller teams have brought upgrades to Monaco. There's only a week gap between Imola and Monaco on the timeline, and there will be only another week's gap between Monaco and Spain. So we move to the most important qualifying session of the year. Now, you'll notice that I'm actually P9. Yes. There's a little asterisk about that P9, because that P9 was set on the medium tyres. Yes. I decided, you know what, we'll go out on the soft. If I was like P5, P6, I would have retired. Ego retired, but I dropped to P9 on the medium, so I thought I need to be a little bit higher up, I think, personally speaking. I need to be ahead of, ideally, I'd love to be ahead of Norris. We'll see where he is. The Delta's always going to go up. Here at Monaco, through the tunnel, this is one of the most iconic and important laps of the season. Through the Noble Chicane, not corner cutting there. You can get a lot away with that. You seem to always get better traction than the AI. Then we go through purple middle sector, as it always is for me. I'm always best for the middle sector on this track. So you come towards Raskas, and this is the problem section for this track on this game. Traction out this corner towards Anthony Nose, the final corner, is OP for the player, really. And it's it is going to be a second improvement, 1:12.0. And ladies and gentlemen, that is pole position. Yes. Pole positions for the first time in 1,000 years on this channel for me. 6.5 tenths faster than my teammate. Only slightly faster, though, than Piastri. Crucially, Lando Norris, the championship leader, is down in P8, so there's potentially chance to bring myself back in the championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what can I do? Can I win this race from pole position? It's time for the race day's Monaco Grand Prix.
Okay, you know this, but this track needs a lot of downforce, and as such, we're not going to have quite the same top speed as other circuits. The good news, though, is that it's going to make our DRS even more powerful. So try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can.
Mark is deranged, clearly, because DRS is the most useless thing out this circuit. Now, what on earth is that race strategy? I know we've got to do the two-stop as well. So, yes. I'm thinking of something else. We'll have to see what else we can do. Soft, medium, potentially. Soft, medium, soft. That would be beautiful, to be honest. Everybody else is starting on the hard tyres. And I mean absolutely everyone. Like, where is this strategy variation that we were promised for this game? You know, the fact of the matter is, at some tracks, there is quite a lot of variation between the AI. And, you know, we've seen that in this career mode, which is good. Unfortunately, it seems that other tracks, the AI are still not coded correctly, and they will always choose the same strategy, even when it makes no sense. Like, you could gain, especially at Monaco, where it counts, you could gain a lot by starting on a softer compound, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Start on the softs, hards for the middle stint, and then softs, mediums to finish. 5 red lights in for the Monaco Grand Prix, and away we go. It's a good start, actually. It's a brilliant start to take the lead then ahead of Lewis Hamilton, retain the lead, I should say, as well. It looks like Piastri has got Leclerc's got in front of Piastri. Around the outside for the home favourite here at Monaco as he powers up the hill, gets the better traction than Piastri as well, and they're still going. Piastri has to finally yield at Casino as well, and that's Lando Norris having a go at George Russell down the inside there into the middle sector, but Norris is on the inside of the hairpin, and Russell keeps it out on the outside. Fair play to Russell keeping that position, and Russell meets that position for now. Now, I should explain that, there's some gaps forming now as we move a little bit later into the race as well. First in front of Piastri and then in front of Alonso. This is the gap I'm targeting for my soft tyre stint to try and come out in between the two Astons, because there is a gap forming there. And exactly what's going to happen in lap 6. I've sort of run away for 2 seconds. Nothing happened in the opening 6 laps other than what happened in the first lap. As well, there will have to be some overtaking, but fortunately I know how to overtake at Monaco against the AI on this game, so you know it shouldn't be too much of an issue. If this was real life, then we would be screwed, but nevertheless, 2 cars go past, try and get in front of the Williams of his teammate Alex Albon. Can't do that, so it's P14 straight away though. I'm going to be on it. It's now time to make some overtakes and show everyone this is how you make overtakes, using the battery round the outside at the hairpin and just cut across Albon up another position. Here's a replay of this manoeuvre. This isn't necessarily a textbook manoeuvre, textbook more to the inside, but the AI seem to like the inside there as well. Next up is Nico Hülkenberg, and just look how slow they are to move off that corner. And I'm able to get in front of Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg's not had a good run there as well. At least he backed out, because I have seen them when they get a bit stupid where they don't back out as well, which we hold that for. Next up is one of my other ex-teammates, that's Fernando Alonso. He's going very slow down the hill as well. I'm going to go down the inside of Portier, which hasn't been updated with all the new houses they built there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's not a common overtaking zone, but in real life, but it is in the game, and you know that's just a textbook manoeuvre there. Next up is Esteban Ocon, and again at the hairpin, he's going really slowly round the outside of this corner before Portier. That is a bit of an unusual move, you know, to make it round the outside of that corner. It finished off into Portier, but Ocon gave up, and that is Hamilton coming out behind his teammate. So Hamilton has lost out doing the overcut. Then comes Piastri on his middle stint, is doing the hard tyres like me. There's 2 Ferraris on the mediums as well. And Piastri's going to do me a favour. He was already backing people up, and it's going to get, well, even worse for him. He's going to be holding everyone up, that midfield. What? Ladies and gentlemen, you thought this might be an easy victory. It is not going to be an easy victory. Leclerc wants to win his home Grand Prix. He wants to kickstart his title defence too and catch her back up to Norris, who's having a shocker. But he's going to have to do it. This is the closest he got though. And yeah, that was a bit of a panic attack. I'm not going to lie. Leclerc wiped out my lead in a couple of laps there. 2.4 second stop though. Looks like the Ferrari's had a slower stop. Hamilton will take the lead then until the next lap. And now we're on the same tyre, so fingers crossed this should be good. As well, a few others are going to go, Piastri and Antonelli as well. Can I get in front of the Italian in the Mercedes? Down the inside, no. Up to the back, no, I can't quite do it there. And yes, Antonelli does pit the following lap, which is going to give me the lead back and give me DRS as well. Thank you, Kimi, as well. Leclerc will take P2 then. Norris, unfortunately, has jumped George Russell. Russell, you have one job, as well as Ocon and Hulkenberg ran at the top 10. That could be a chance of a rare point for Hulkenberg. So watching, that is Yuki Tsunoda, whose engine has blown up in the tunnel and he is out of the race with an engine failure. No safety car was needed there. And ladies and gentlemen, Leclerc and Hamilton were catching, but they were not close enough. And out the final corner, I come to win my first race of the season, second overall in this career mode. Hopefully, that's the start of a championship charge. We'll have to wait and see, bearing in mind.
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
Usual amount of enthusiasm there for Mark. If it was up to me, he would be sacked, but we sadly don't have the option in career mode for that.
They've done it then. They've won here in Monaco with an emphatic performance and a victory they can be proud of for years to come.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They've performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
This is definitely on the list of ones that you want to win on the top of the lights, the ones at Spa, Silverstone, etc, etc. It's an iconic track. There is a lot of history, and I have added my name to the winners list here at Monaco. Not popular necessarily with the the fans I am being, but nevertheless, I think that, if the AI were not so poor between Raskas and Anthony Knowles, I think I'd have finished at least third. Bearing in mind that my 13.9 was the second fastest lap, only myself and Leclerc, so maybe second, who knows. But Hamilton was very consistent at the end, and tyre wear, it would have been an issue. But bearing in mind this is Monaco, it is easy to defend here. In terms of the standings then, Leclerc cuts Norris's lead to 12 points. My lead is 25 points, and now only 1 point behind my teammate. So, yes, bearing in mind it's his home Grand Prix next in Spain, he'll be looking to bounce back. I think that I'll be looking to bounce back, especially what happened in Season 2 at Spain, where it went horribly wrong. I'll be looking for a low downfall setup for that race, which should be coming next week. Constructors wise, we close in 31 points to McLaren. Ferrari are 38 points back to Audi. Jump Racing Balls, I think, with their 1 point now that they've got, thanks to Hulkenberg getting that P10, which could be crucial for their battle for 9th and 10th of the championship. But yes, it should have been a lot closer than this though, considering the fact P7 at Imola should have been at least a P3. But, that's what I can't do. I can't do anything about that now. I've just got to move forward, try and finish out this season in style. The next episode, as I said, in Spain. That's going to be out next week, and also Canada as well. I'm hoping we can get that rear downforce upgrade will be on for Canada. Hopefully that will then we'll see some real performance out of this car in terms of straight line speed, because we're lacking about 3 to 4 miles an hour in terms of top end straight line speed. If not, then I will look at more drag reduction upgrades in potentially for the Austrian upgrade. But bear in mind, I've got 776 R&D points as well, so I might have a look and see what's available. If there's something available in terms of drag reduction, I might just purchase it anyway. Weight reduction could also help, and weight redistribution could also be looked, but I think Science has been looking at those and been doing them in the background anyway, as well. But yes, all that is left is to say huge thank you for spending 15-20 minutes of your time watching this video of your week, and I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this video though, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F125 driver career videos and F126 DLC fantasy delivery and game experiment videos as when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.